Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? It is your boy, one physical therapist assistant. It is raining out here. Oh man, and y'all found the solution to my little camera on top of the car intro, okay? I used to use the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is not waterproof. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of camera talk, okay? Y'all know I like cameras. It's one of my favorite hobbies, if not my favorite hobby. But it's not waterproof, okay? It is not waterproof. So whenever it's drizzling a little bit or raining a little bit, I always get a little worried that the thing is gonna get messed up, because I've seen a few creators say they got a little bit of water in their Osmo Pocket 3 and it just completely messed it up. So I just started carrying around one of my favorite cameras ever to be created, DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, a little action camera, all right? One of my favorite cameras. But the thing is completely waterproof. It's completely waterproof. And the cool part is I can just sit it on top of the car because it's also magnetic at the bottom. It takes a little magnetic base that you can clamp it to, so it's got a magnet at the bottom. So I can just clamp it right to the car. Here, I took a couple pictures of it. Let me show you how simple this is. You just take it, boom, sit it on the car for this shot, and then for this shot, I just stuck it to the car right here. See how simple that is? Y'all, did I ever tell y'all need to start vlogging? Make sure y'all starting your YouTube channels, getting on your YouTube channels, uploading on your YouTube channels, vlogging, recording, memories, sharing your wisdom, sharing your skills, sharing your knowledge, sharing something positive with the world. We need it. We need more positive. There's too much negative, so we need more positive. So, start recording, start vlogging, y'all. Do it, do it, do it. And as y'all can see now, I'm on a different camera. This is not the Osmo Pocket 3. This is another camera that I recently bought. I'm sorry, this is my thing. I'm into cameras, all right? I just bought this camera recently. This is the Lumix S9. It's a full frame camera marketed towards content creators. I was on the fence about it for a while. It's got a couple of it's missing a couple of things. It's got some trade-offs. But I kept watching reviews and I kept watching it. It got updated a few times and I'm watching and I'm like, yo, this camera and the price for what this camera can do, this powerful little camera, what it can do, oh man, the price is pretty good. I found, and this is actually a used model. I found a good deal on eBay for a little over $1,000. They were retailing at, I think, $1,500. I found this one for a little over $1,000, like $1,062, which is a good deal for this full frame camera. You ain't gonna find many full frame cameras in that price range. All right. So I am trying it out, testing it out. Another reason why I make so many videos on a regular basis, y'all, because I'm learning and more about editing. I'm learning a little bit about color grading, which is one thing I want to dive into a little bit more. So that's why I record videos all the time. That's why sometimes you see my videos look different in color, because I'm playing around with different color combinations, different LUTs, working on a little bit of color grading. No, it's my hobby. It's what I like to do, okay? It's pretty cool so far. But yes, the Lumix S9. I'll put a link in the description of it on Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I'll put a link in the description. I am using the DJI Mic Mini with it also. It can connect to the DJI Mic Mini. The lens I'm shooting on is the Lumix 14-28 wide angle lens. Whenever you're vlogging, try your best to vlog with a wide angle lens. You do not want the camera to be tight up on your face. You can see all your pimples and pores and moles and stuff. So this is a wide angle lens. It zooms from 14, which I'm at right now. I'm at 14, but it'll zoom all the way into 28, which is pretty cool. So it can go 14 to 28. That's actually not bad right there. That's a nice shot, but it'll zoom all the way out to 14 millimeters. So real good camera, y'all. If you're in the market for your first full frame camera, if you're looking to do some content creation, the Lumix S9 is a good option. I vouch for it. I vouch for it. Even the kit lens that comes with it is really nice. A 20 to 60 millimeter. But I'm going to be using this camera more and more, especially on my walk and talk vlogs. I love it. It's lightweight too. Really good camera. Really good camera. Oh, but anyway, y'all. Anyway, another day with the Legends of America. Another day with the Legends of America, y'all. I'm sorry I stopped. I got to run into the Dollar Tree real quick, get a couple of things. I should just love the Dollar Tree. This Dollar Tree got a deluxe. What is it called? It's like a deluxe Dollar Tree in the back where they sell stuff for like $5 and stuff. We don't have a Dollar Tree like this. I'm in the state of Maryland right now. We ain't got nothing like this in Delaware. But this Dollar Tree is pretty cool. But I got to run in there real quick. So I want to let y'all know what we're going to talk about, y'all. Another one. What does the term DuPont mean to you? You ever heard that name, DuPont? Before I moved to the state of Delaware, DuPont, if you'd have told me what is DuPont, I would have said it's paint. I would have said, you talking about the paint? I probably heard of the paint, DuPont paint. But you move to Delaware, you start learning some interesting things about this company and this family, all right? I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about it when I get out of the Dollar Tree. I'll be right back. Whew, all right. Oh, man. Be careful with the Dollar Tree, y'all. The Dollar Tree will have you go inside and have you buying stuff that you didn't even know you wanted. You didn't even know you wanted it. Oh, man. You go in for one thing, come out with all kinds of stuff like sherbet gummy ice pops. Albany's. I love Albany's gummy bears, but I have never seen sherbet gummy ice pops in the Dollar Tree. I wouldn't even thought they had Albany's in the Dollar Tree. And fire roasted sweet corn, Mexican street corn. What? That stuff is good. You ever had that? It's really good. Oh, man. Be careful with the Dollar Tree, y'all. And like I said, yo, this one right here, this is a special Dollar Tree. Let me know if y'all got special Dollar Trees where you at. This thing got $5 and $4 and $3 stuff in it. It's got like a deluxe area in the back. It's got a frozen food section, and you can get like $5 and $4 pizzas. These pizzas in Walmart would probably cost like $6 or $7, but the Dollar Tree got them for $3, $4, $5. Interesting. They got ice cream. Oh my goodness, it's all kinds of stuff. I've never seen a Dollar Tree like this. We need one in Delaware. Come on, Delaware, bring the Dollar Tree 2.0s. Oh man, but anyway, y'all, back to what I was saying about this company called DuPont. Okay. If you would have asked me what this company was about, I would have said they sold paint. Until I moved to Delaware and I started learning some things. I'm not going to say this company owns Delaware, but this company owns a vast amount of Delaware, like land. They got mansions. They have a lot of national parks were built by this company, by this family. I guess it's a family name, you know. But a lot of national parks were built by this family. They own a lot of land in Delaware. Me and my wife even have gone to some of the places. One of them is called the Winterthur Garden. When I say this garden is thousands of acres big, this garden, you will get lost in it. If I can find some old footage of it, I'll put it on the screen. Winterthur. So if you like nature, I'll tell y'all, Delaware's got a lot of good nature, y'all. I'm not even going front. Delaware's got a lot of good nature. But this area is called Winterthur. It's like a big garden, but you get lost in it. It's so big. And you've heard of Longwood Gardens, right? Longwood Gardens, or DuPont owned that. I think they sold it, but they used to own it. This is probably one of the biggest gardens probably in the country. It is huge. It is huge. Me and my wife just went there in the wintertime. They got this big light festival around the Christmas time. It's really nice. It's really nice. They even got a beer garden. But yes, DuPont own that. They own a lot of the national parks. They have a lot of preserved areas, and they got mansions. Me and my wife toured the mansion. You ever heard of Nemours? Nemours. If you're from Delaware or around Delaware area, Pennsylvania, you've heard of Nemours. If your kid is having some issues, you there's one place you send them. You send them to Nemours. Ask anybody in Delaware about Nemours. Children's Children's Medical Services, Children's Hospital, if you want to call it, but they have a really good reputation in the state of Delaware. That's DuPont. It's DuPont Nemours. I don't know where the Nemours name come from, but that is DuPont. DuPont started that, owned that, I believe. I'm not accurate on all this stuff I'm telling you. I got vague information. I just know DuPont had their hand in all of this stuff. I'm just painting a picture of a company before I tell you about the gentleman I met. All right? Right next to the Children's Hospital, Nemours, which is owned by DuPont, is the mansion. And it's open to the public. You can tour it. Me and my wife did a tour of it. Some of the workers at the hospital on their lunch break will go over to the mansion and just walk the grounds because they're beautiful. Got a lot of nice gardens. Got a lot of, you can go inside, go down the basement. It's got a lot of nice, it's just nice. It's just really, really nice. I'm building this company up to you, okay? DuPont, yeah, the paint people. This is a lot of their extra stuff that I never knew about till I moved to Delaware. They have a lot of different businesses. They started a lot of different products. You ever heard of Teflon? Yes, Teflon. There's such things, Teflon tape, Teflon ingredients in certain products. Yes, that's DuPont. That's their patent. You ever heard of Kevlar? Kevlar, yes, in the bulletproof vests and astronaut space suits, and they use it on spaceships and stuff like that. Kevlar, that's DuPont. This company, this family name has a vast amount of businesses, land, estates. They have a lot. And you learn about that when you start living in Delaware because you see the name everywhere. Now, let's talk about a gentleman I met in his, I think maybe pushing 90, in his mid 80s, okay? Telling me about the work he did. You know me. Let's get to know you. Let's get to know you. Where you're from, what do you like to do, what are your hobbies, what type of work you did. He was a truck driver for a long time, truck driver for over 20 years. I think I talked about him a little bit last video. Truck driver over 20 years. He's the one that told me, he said he got to see most of the country by mistake and got paid to do it. And he loved every minute of it. He misses driving trucks. He wishes he still could drive trucks. But he told me something interesting about truck drivers. I didn't know this, that they won't insure you after a certain age. He told me they didn't insure him after, I think, the mid-50s. When he reached like the mid-50s, he was no longer eligible for truck driver's insurance. So they had to take his license. He couldn't drive trucks anymore, which led him into early retirement. But guess what helped him in early retirement? The fact that he drove trucks for the DuPont truck leg of the business, which they don't even have anymore. I did a little bit of research on them. They have sold so many of their businesses. They're still up and running, still got a lot of businesses, but they have sold a lot. And the truck driving arm of it is one of the businesses that they sold. They don't even do the paint thing anymore. That's not even them. That's all I knew about them. They sold that. It belongs to Alacats or something. I don't know. I haven't painted in a long time. But anyway, yes. So they've sold a lot of businesses. And he was a truck driver for the DuPont company for over 20 years. All right? Loved it. Loved every bit of it. And retired in his early 50s. Early 50s retired. You know why he was able to retire? Because he got a thing called a pension, which is unheard of anymore. But he also had a lot of stock in the company that he worked for, okay? Also had a lot of stock in the company that he worked for. He told me, and I quote, that working for this company made his family, not just him, made his family really, really happy. That's what he said. I asked him, did he still own shares of the company? He said he still has. Sitting in a wheelchair, mid-80s, still hasn't touched it. And the company, working for the company, is still reaping rewards for his family to this day. Him and his family. Another one of those stories, y'all. Another one of those stories. When I stop here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. When I stop, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's a car coming, so I can zoom in, okay? All right. So, what's the lesson? Well, one is to do your research, especially if you're thinking about investing in the company, okay? Because like I said, I didn't know anything about this company, other than the fact that I thought they made paint. Turns out they don't even make paint anymore. But they have a lot going on, and they got a lot of other businesses too. But yes, DuPont, ticker symbol DD. As far as the stock, I'm not a fan of it. I used to have it on a watch list because, you know, when I learned about it when I moved to Delaware, I start keeping an eye on them to see what's going on with them. But I didn't like the way it moved. Okay, I don't like stock charts that just move in a line and up a little bit, down a little bit, and up a little bit, down a little bit. I think it's a good dividend stock, I believe. But no, I like up and to the right. Okay, I like up and to the right. I'm sorry, I had to honk. I think somebody was just on their phone, drifting a little bit over the yellow line. Up and to the right. That's how we like our stock charts to move. Okay, but again, like I said, years and years of holding on to a company, years and years of probably the compounding from the dividend payments is now why this man says this company made my family very, very happy. So you got to take heed, y'all. Got to take heed. Now think of all of the jobs that were created. I don't know much about this company or this family. I do know when we toured the museum, we saw some, let's just say I'm not going to say they probably had slaves. They had a lot of servants. I don't know their full history. I don't know. They had a lot of servants. That's what some of the writings in the mansion showed you, that they had a lot of servants. Talked about how the servants would do things for the family. I don't know. It was some writings on the wall about it. If I could find a video about it, I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, I don't know the full history. I don't know if they own plantations and stuff. I don't know. I didn't go back that far. But it pays to do research, man. When you're researching the company, it pays to do research. Their history, when they started. This is if you're investing in individual companies, which I do. Make sure you do your research. But the gentleman said, made his family very, very happy. And I'm happy for him. He's a nice guy. Nice guy. Couldn't do much, but he was a nice guy. Good to talk to. He told me it was nice talking to me too. Helped him out a lot. Whew. So, moral of the story, y'all. Do your research. Make sure you do your research. Okay? And make sure you invest for a long period of time. Think about some of the companies in play right now. Okay? I'll just name a few that I'm invested in. Companies that I am currently invested in, I will share them with you. I will name them in my outlook on them. All right? Let's start with the big boy. Let's start with the company that you probably heard of, that everybody is ranting and raving about, called NVIDIA. Okay? The world's most valuable company. I think the market cap has crossed the $4 trillion mark. $4 trillion is what this company is worth. If there's a computer, if there's something computerized, if there's something smart, if there's something digital, a phone, a car, a vacuum cleaner, a robot, artificial intelligence, mainframes, like rocket ships, there is a computer chip that requires semiconductors. Is a good chance. There's a good chance that this company is involved. When I first found out about this company, I just thought they did graphics cards in computer consoles. Okay, they have evolved. They have grown their business to encompass a lot more than that. All right, it's a company that I'm invested in. But let me tell you my thought process on a company like that. Okay. Will the stock chart go up and down? Yeah, but mostly this chart is, I'm not going to pull the chart out, but you can look it up. Mostly this chart has gone up and to the right, like we like our stock charts to look, okay? up and to the right. Now, I'm 44 years old. Do I believe this company will be innovating, growing, profiting long after I'm gone? I sure do. I don't have any intentions of selling shares in the stock. I learned this from my patients, my older patients who don't do it. I learned this from them, so I have no intentions of selling it. Do I also do a lot of research on it? Yes, and I pay attention to it. Did you know that this company makes, I did some calculations. I didn't do them. Artificial intelligence did it for me. This company makes over $335,000 per minute. Did you hear me? This company, I narrowed it down to minutes because I see what it makes in a month, in a year, in weeks. You know, big numbers, of course, in the billions. But I said, how much does this company make a minute? This company, just based off last year's earnings or last quarter's earnings, okay? They brought in over $335,000 per minute. We're talking about NVIDIA, all right? I'm not encouraging you to invest in this company. I'm encouraging you to do research. However, I strongly believe that you probably want to invest in this company, but I'm encouraging you to do research, okay? $335,000 per minute. And the projections of it is going to dramatically increase. Did you hear me? I like researching what's going on with artificial intelligence, what's coming, what's the coming technologies, quantum computing. I like reading about it, researching it. Some of the experts in the space believe that maybe in the next 5 years, which is very, very short time, and this is a little scary. 5 years. I heard one of them say this. He said it out loud, okay? He said this quiet part out loud. Within the next 5 years, you're going to have over 300 million humanoids walking planet Earth. Over 300 million humanoids. Yes, humanoids. Humanoid will probably look like you and I. Walking planet Earth, performing daily tasks, helping people, performing human tasks. Yes, that is the projection in 5 short years. I am looking forward to it. I'm curious, a little nervous, but also curious, looking forward to it. But I know that a company like NVIDIA will be a major, major profiteer off of something like that. Invest your money for a long period of time, y'all. Long period of time. Learn from the older adults. My man is chilling off of DuPont shares. DuPont, the former paint company. Chilling off of DuPont shares. That's the lesson here, y'all. That is the lesson. The lesson. I always encourage index fund investing. I always encourage index fund investing. S&P, or maybe a large cap, or maybe like a technology index or ETF like QQQ. I always encourage that. But if you want to dabble in single stocks, you gotta go with the money printers. You have to go with the money printers. You don't go with the one that's down 90% and could have a nice bump, could have a comeback. You don't go with them. You got to go with the money printers. And yes, they will be more expensive, but you got to go with them. Those are the ones that are the corporations that run the world. You can call them greedy. You can say you hate them. I get it, but you can't beat them. And what's the old saying? If you can't beat them, what's the old saying? If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat them, join them. In this case, if you can't beat them, own them. If you can't beat them, be a part owner of them. That's my message. That's my message, because I meet the old heads who are part owners of them, the mega caps of their day. And, you know, even though their companies are not, you know, flying high like they once were, they are still producing for them, still providing for their families. All right. So that's the lesson for today, y'all. That's the lesson for today. I'm eager to see how things turn out on this camera that I'm using. Again, Lumix S9. If you're interested in full frame vlogging machine powerhouse, take a look at this camera. I really like it. And it's small. Whew. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all for coming through. As always, y'all be cool, be safe, respect your elders. Respect your elders, please. And I will holler at y'all in the next video.